Hello, this is Chris Price Music with Sibelius Scholar, and today we're going to be talking about changing note heads. So I have my note right here, and I want to change it to a cross for a rim sound. To do that, we select the note, we go to notations, then we go over to type, and we change it to a cross. And now, when we look at it, it's the cross, and when we play it, it's a rim. Awesome. But now I want to do this faster. Let's say I want to change it to a rim shot. The rim shot in the sound library that I have is an ornate cross, which if you look right here, it shows the shortcut, Alt-Shift-29. So if I select it and do Alt-Shift-29, now it's an ornate cross. And as we heard, it was a rim shot. Just for fun, I always like putting marcatos on my rim shots. Now, let's say you want a special type of note head that's not already on here. Well, we can create our note heads. So if we click this arrow right here in the corner, edit note heads, we have this menu where we can create new note heads and edit old note heads. So let's create a new one and we can call it whatever we want. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll make duplicates of normal, but have them change the sounds inside the instrument settings, which we'll go to in a second. But first, I want to talk about a few of the differences that you can make inside here. So stem, obviously will show if it has a stem or not. Ledger lines will show if they have ledger lines or not. Transposes, now that's why I have the alto saxophone right here so it can show that. If transposes is on, it will transpose with the instrument. If it's off, it will not. So I'm going to create normal, not transposing. And also plays, obviously it will play. Accidental, it can have an accidental right behind it. So I'm going to have it as not transposing. Press OK. And if we look, it's 31. So it's going to be Shift Alt 3-1 to get this note head. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on here, put it as D, and I'm going to do Shift Alt 3-1. And as we can see, it's down there in F sharp because that's the actual note that's being playing. A little confusing, but the reason why I bring that up is because there's some note heads that have that by default. For instance, slashes, beat without stem. If I use it, see, it's still right there. And it doesn't matter if it's transposing or not transposing. Unlike the regular note head, see it moved up there, and if we switch things around, it's moving around. Now, I talked briefly for a second about how percussion maps will have different note heads that do certain things. I write a lot of percussion, and when I'm writing percussion, sometimes for drumline, I need all the bass drums to be hit unison. Of course, I could write it out as this, and this is more of an archaic way of doing it, but I prefer having this slash with a stem instead. And as you can see, it's not making a single sound. There's two reasons why. First of all, if I go to notations and then I edit the note heads, go to Notehead 4 because that's a stem with the slash. If I go to edit, it's not playing. I usually quickly do ledger lines, transposes, plays, and now it will play when I give it an assignment to play. Normally, this note head type are for rhythmic cues for drum set or other percussion instruments, so that's why play is off by default. But still, no sound is coming from it. Instead, we need to select our instrument, go to Instruments, Edit Instrument, Edit Staff Type, and now we're editing the staff type. And as you can see, there's already a lot of default things inside here, but I need to put in what I just made. So I'm going to create new. And Sibelius is weird in that you have to go a fourth below and then it will jump up to where you need it. So I need the middle line to have the note head that I want. So I'm going to go to this first space right here. And it actually placed it kind of in the same spot. It's weird. Sometimes it'll do it in the spot you want to. Sometimes it won't. It just depends. And now I'm going to select note head number 4. And now I'm going to go ahead and choose the sound for it. I have a lot of sounds as you can see, but I'm going to find the bass drum auto RL, drum, and then unison hits. Now, when we go back and listen to it, There we go. Unison hits. Perfect. Now let's say you want to make your own custom Notehead. I mean, its own symbol. It's a little convoluted how to do it because it doesn't really show you. If I go inside here, when we go back to the one that we're working on, we can go to Edit, Change Symbol, and we have all these symbols to choose from. And obviously, it says right here, this is for the chord notes, half notes, whole notes, and double whole notes, which are pretty rare. But anyways, chord note. Let's go inside here, and I can change it to whatever I want inside here. So, just for the fun of it, I'm going to do a Dulcineo, which is kind of weird. And there it is. But let's say I want my own image, or I want something else. So go here to the menu, Edit Symbols, and I can edit any of these symbols right here. Or I can go down here, go to User Define, and create some more symbols. And even there's a new button, so I can make more than just these slots right here. But first, I want to go to Music Fonts. And the reason why I'm here is because these are the only fonts that you can select from for symbols. Let's say I want something else. I want to do New Text Style. Yes, and it's going to copy the settings of that over there, as I said, based on, and you can change it to whatever you want. Have the new font, and I'm going to choose Prater Sans Pro. So now I can select from here. I'm going to go out of here, and as you can see, here's the copy that we made. We can close that. Now let's edit this user-defined symbol. Inside here. So we have it based on a character. So let's find the font that we added. And here are all the symbols that we can use. Number right here just means the square on here. So if I go over here, as you can see, it's 33. Our symbol can be this. We go over here, our symbol can be this. Our symbol can be anything inside here. And you can even edit the position. This X is where the edge of the stem will be. So the Notehead's going to look a little bit weird right here. We can use this wizard to move it around where we need to. We can also use a graphic, which is super fun. So I'm going to use the Sibelius Scholar logo. And let's go ahead and center that again. Actually, let's not center it, because we need to have it over to the right. And it's looking a little bit big. So let's go with 5%. Now we got to scooch it back again. Bam. Now I have the Notehead. That's going to be the Sibelius Scholar icon. So this is going to be pretty fun. Let's go ahead and close it out. Let's edit the Noteheads. Go to 31. Edit. Change the symbol. Scroll all the way down. Then we got our user-defined one. Okay. Close. And there it is. Look at that. Obviously, some formats might suck. Like this is a PNG and it looks really bad from out here. What I recommend doing is using an SVG file. Another fun thing is we can go back to the instrument editor and we can edit our staff type. And let's make it so a rim shot isn't an ornate cross. Instead, we can go ahead and make it the Sibelius Scholar logo. So now when I put it as Sibelius Scholar, oh, we don't have anything playing. Why is that? Aha, I forgot to put plays on. Now when we go back, there it is. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you learned something new today, and subscribe.